Why can't Mickey Mouse cross this line? Stay tuned to find out. Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost and you're watching Provost Park Pass. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the deepest secrets I've ever discovered on Disneyland. I am at the entrance of Disney California Adventure, and today's video is for the deep people who are the Disney aficionados who really like history about Disney. Let's do this. When I learned these facts, I had to learn these facts from Disney cast members, had to take me around and show me these because they wanted the stories to live on. I didn't know any of them. So I want to know how many of them you knew. Put it down in the comments down below at the end of this video, how many of these deep facts that you knew, because I think they're mind-blowing. When you first come into Disney California Adventure, this is the entrance. You don't realize that you are walking through a time machine. All this area here behind me, Oswalds, all this is 1927. This takes place in 1927. Oh. All right, so this area here is 1927. It represents 1927, and this is Oswald's area because Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was created in 1927.
Hey, thanks for the tip on the tails.
Oh, are they the best? Thank you.
The kids love them.
Yay! Oswald! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you. Basically, you started everything. You did Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Oh, you look so good. I love it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Can we see your little tail? I can't even handle it. I have to. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, you're bad. Oh, no. Really? Shy. Oswald, no, you started it. You're the lucky rabbit. You are the lucky. Right back at you. Oh my gosh. All right. Now we get a photo with my wife. She's going to come over here. Okay. All right, so this is the entrance to Disney California Adventure. Oswald's right behind me. But this right here, right back here, this is, okay. Oswald was created in 1927 by Walt Disney and also his partner at the time, Ub Iwerks. Ub Iwerks and Walt Disney, they worked at Disney, they didn't work at Disney, they worked at Universal Studios. And they ended up leaving Universal Studios. By the way, I'm gonna go right behind me. This is how Oswald gets in and out. You only will ever see Oswald at this entrance area. There's a little gas station right there called Oswald's. He might be over there, or he might be right there where we got a photo with him. But you'll never see him cross that crosswalk, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Anyways, Walt Disney decided that he couldn't get his creativity at Universal. So he left, he left Universal, but Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, right over there, Universal Studios, they control the rights to it. So they wouldn't let Walt Disney have Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. So he left with an employee, one employee from Universal left with Walt. They came and struck out on their own and they created Mickey Mouse in what year? 1928. Now let me show you that. Yeah, struck out on their own. He took one employee from Universal with them and they came out and created Mickey Mouse in 1928. Now I'm gonna show you that crosswalk again that I showed you at the very beginning of this video. All right, so now we're at this crosswalk to show the very beginning. So this crosswalk represents, this side here is 1927. This side over here is 1928. Because of that, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit can never cross this line. He can't do this. And Mickey Mouse, who wasn't created in 1927, he can't cross this line. He can't do this. Mickey Mouse can never pass this line. Oswald can never pass that line. This is it. Let me show you something also really cool about this crosswalk. Now, do you remember that employee that Walt had to leave with him from Universal Studios with? His name was Ub Iwerks. What is right between the middle of this crosswalk? Now, his name was not spelled Iwerks like that. This is kind of a little play on his name. You see, it says Iwerks right up there. Special optometric processes. Iwerks for Ub Iwerks. And if you look, what is this sign? It's literally right between 1927 and 1928. Because he worked with Walt at Universal Studios and then came over and worked on Mickey Mouse with him. He split the difference. So here on the 1927 side, you have Oswald's tires and batteries. You got gas over here, and this is also, you have Oswald merchandise. Once you cross that crosswalk, you will never see anything of Oswald. He only exists in this little part of this section of the park because this is the year 1927. This is where you can find Oswald merchandise because we're still in the 1927. We haven't crossed over that crosswalk right over there. Oswald. When you come into Oswald's gas station, you can see a little radio up there. It plays a little music, but periodically you'll hear commercials. The commercials are all from 1927. Oswald Super Service, 1927. Oswald's Filling Station, taken in 1927. Now right here we have the 5 and dime. You'll notice the 5 and dime entrance. The first part of it is still in 1927. But there is a part in the store when it turns into 1928. So again, here's the crosswalk. This denotes the area that Mickey Mouse can never ever cross over, right there. This is the middle of the store. Now inside the store, do you know where it changes to 1928? I do, and I'll show you. So keep in mind when you first walk in the store, this part over here is in 1927. Let me show you something really cool about being in 1927 is you walk right over here and you're gonna look up and you're gonna see a bunch of books up there. What do these books have to do with? Well, these are the books that gave Walt Disney a bunch of his ideas for stories. Let me zoom in and show them to you. There we go, we zoom in these books and what do you see? First book you see here, it says Mary Poppins. We're gonna scroll right down here. This book over here is the Jungle Book. We're gonna go right over here. We got Paul Bunyan. And right behind it, you got Casey Jones right over there. And then this one's hard to see, but Sleepy Hollow. And of course, you got Davy Crockett right there. This one here, it's brown. And you see right in the center book, it says an Arabian Nights, which would have been, the genie, right? Aladdin. And then over here in the white, it's kind of hard to see, it says 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So those books were a bunch of ideas that Walt adapted into films and made a bunch of different films from in 1927. Now we're going to walk into 1928 in the store here. We're walking along and now you're going to come right here on the store and what do you see? You see some baseballs, particularly those baseballs right there. And I love baseball. Baseball is one of my favorite things. Now, something you might, maybe you don't know if you're not if you're not a fan of baseball, is that there's stitches on a baseball. There's 108 stitches. And what color are those stitches? Red. Red, red, red. Except in 1928, that year only, they made baseballs with blue and red stitches. Let's take a look at those stitches up there because they're blue and red because it's become the year of 1928. All right, so there's the baseballs. Let's zoom in. Look at them very carefully. You'll notice it goes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. That happened in 1928. The stitches on the baseball had a little blue in them. Can you see that? All right, I'm gonna go back outside. Was that baseball thing that? So if Mickey Mouse ever went in the store, he really wouldn't. But if he did, Mickey Mouse would never walk past those baseballs because that's 1928 in the store. And this side here is where Oswald resides. Here is 1927, and then of course right here is where Mickey Mouse can go into starting in 1928, because that is when Mickey Mouse was created in 1928. And I'm crossing this crosswalk. And now right here, you can actually see the side here of Mickey Mouse. But I want to show you something else here that's just so magical. Check this out. This is something very dear to my heart. And be respectful. I'm going to show you this cool secret. I want you guys to know about it, but be respectful. Now you learn it. We're going to go to Kingswell Shop. And when you notice you go to Kingswell Shop, there's some tile. There's this tile on the ground. There's this tile on the ground. But most importantly, there's this tile. And we need to talk about this tile. When they designed the shop, imagine you're creating this building, went into Walt Disney's home. And Walt Disney's home had this tile, this very tile. And so they got an idea, they're like, you know what we're gonna try to do is they reach out to the company. So they reach out to the company knowing that that's where Walt Disney got the tile. They reached out and talked to the owner. They said, your owner did this tile. And they said, oh, unfortunately he has passed away. They said, is there anybody there that has this tile? Do you guys still have this tile? And they're like, we don't. And it was the owner's son of this tile company. And they explained that Walt Disney had bought this tile and they wanted to use it. So the owner of that company, the tile company, hand did every one of these tiles. It's an exact replica of a tile that Walt Disney had in his house. So when you come in here, you put your hand here, be careful, be kind to it. This is the tile that Walt Disney had in his house. Now I want to go real quickly and show you this gas, the Oswald Lucky Gas. One more thing in there. So let's go back over here to Oswald's because I want to show you this little photo, which kind of makes Amanda and I laugh. Makes me laugh, Amanda kind of laugh. Something kind of cool is in every one of these shops here on Buena Vista Street, in every shop, there is a picture of the owner of that shop. And so it's fun for it to kind of walk around. If I'll do a part 2 here in Buena Vista Street, show you this history, I'll show you all those different photos. But I want to show you the one here in Oswalds. So here's a picture here of Mr. Oswald, right? This is his shop. You can see, let me get a, there you can see him right there. He's all happy. He's single. And then here is a picture of him after he got married. That just kind of makes us laugh. So Mr. Oswald, that's the owner of the store. Now, if you listen here to this radio station, they're going to talk about a baseball game that's going to be happening, a doubleheader. Let me show you which doubleheader they're talking about.
The Hoboken Joes of New Jersey are in town for a series of exhibition games against the Buena Vista Street Stars. The barnstorming baseballers from back east will tangle with our dazzling stars Saturday afternoon at Medfield Park and Sunday afternoon at Gilmore Field, provided the ball fields are available. Tickets can be purchased at the Chamber of Commerce or at each of the fields on game day.
All right, did you hear that little radio ad there for the Hoboken baseball team? Let me go show you that. Now we gotta go back across the street over here. Okay, we're gonna walk into Kingswell shop and then keep going through. Let's just keep walking through here. Walk, walk, walk. These are great stores. We're gonna walk right back here to look at this little billboard. All right, so right here is the counter. This is where they do all their transactions. But what I want you to look at is this right here. Remember that radio ad we heard, doubleheader? The Buena Vista Stars for Buena Vista Street versus the Hoboken Joes, Hoboken, New Jersey. Buy your tickets at the gate. And during that commercial, you heard it says, if the baseball field is available, it says that. Doubleheader. You guys, here we are. This room is awesome, and it's designed to look like a bank, but I just want to show you a really cool prop. It's not even a prop, it's the actual thing. You guys, look at that typewriter. It's a 1950s Royal typewriter, authentic. All right, I gotta show you a Mortimer, but before we do that, we gotta talk. All right, hey guys, I just want to take a quick moment, and I am talking to you. I am talking to you. Specifically, I'm talking to you. I notice that people who watch this video right now who maybe have some type of a disability, or maybe a mobility issue, or maybe you just received some bad information from going to the doctor, some bad news about a family member, or somebody you love, or maybe even about yourself. I want you to know that you are amazing. You are awesome. You are great. You make the world a better place. And I know that sometimes things might be feeling a little down, feeling weight on your shoulders. I want you to know that you are great. Don't forget that. No matter what's going on, if you have this kind of weight on your shoulders, maybe like a health issue, that sometimes makes things really difficult. Don't give up. Just keep remembering that you make the world a brighter place. Okay, let's go on here to Mortimer's shop. All right, remember how I said each shop has like an owner? Well, I want to show you just one more, the Mortimer's owner. Now this is Mortimer's. Of course, this is named after Mortimer Mouse, who was Mickey Mouse's rival for Minnie's love and affection. But really, we have a Mortimer right here. He was a farmer. And you walk right back here, you're gonna see Mortimer. There he is. Owner of this fine establishment. You guys, I have learned so much history about Buena Vista Street in the last couple days. Deep dives like what I just showed you here for you guys. Now you know why Mickey Mouse can never cross over that line right there. If you want a part 2, all you have to do is type in more Buena Vista, and I'll do a part 2, and we can just, hey guys, hey! All right, so I think I was saying if you want to do, just say more Buena Vista, or Buena Vista part 2, or hey Chris, just do another part. Let me know that you enjoy these types of videos. These are like the deep dive, a lot of history. There was so much history on Buena Vista Street that when I sat down and started learning all about this, there's special people who have taught me this, I literally kind of started to well up with tears. There's a lot of history of Walt Disney here that I was not aware of. And if you want to learn about it, let me know down in the comments down below so that we can decide if we want to do that. hit the like button, guys. That's a way to say thank you for doing this. And also, if you're feeling super generous and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We have a whole bunch of videos coming out here. We have a massive thing coming up here in May down in Florida. You need to watch that. Something I'm a little worried about. I hope I can pull it off, and I'll need your help to do it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. You are amazing. Bye-bye. 1927 is when Oswald was created. That line and the Buena Vista Street denotes when he can't cross over into 1928 because that's when Mickey Mouse was created. So there's a line, a 1927 line that goes into 1928. Are you laughing at my song, Amanda?